Hello friends, today I am going to make a coconut curry chicken. This is going to be delicious. Let's go back to the recipe. Whole chicken to start with. This organic chicken from Trader Joe's, and it's a big one. I think it's like 5 pounds, 5 pounds worth of chicken. I don't think I'm not going to use all of it because I don't think I could fit a whole cut, 5 pounds of chicken in my saute pan that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to cut some of this. I'm going to cut the chicken out and use, and maybe take the breast off and only use the dark meat. That's what I think I'm going to do. So here we go. First, I'm going to cut it out the bag. I think that's big enough. Cut it out this bag. It's got giblets. I usually have a bag to put all this stuff in. Let me get one. Yep. I'm going to use this bag to put all the discarded bits of chicken that I don't want. Now, there's lots of, you could use your giblets if you like, but that thing will be in my freezer forever and I won't use it. So I'm taking it out. And then what I do is cut the chicken out the bag. They'll be liquid. So I'll just throw it into the sink. I like to give my chicken a good clean before I cook it. Ew. Ew. And all of that I will put into this bag. So I get rid of all the stuff that's sitting in the bag with the chicken. And then what I'm going to do is, before I even give it a clean, I'm going to bring it back here. And start cutting. So what I do first is, these days, the chicken neck is attached to the chicken. So if the chicken neck is attached to the chicken, I cut it out. There's a little bit left, actually. Again, the chicken neck, you can save it, put it in the freezer, and use it when you're making chicken stock. But I've got quite a bit of chicken. Oh, and this is Parson's nose, I believe they call this thing. I don't know if that's a UK thing, but little thing that's at the tush. Cut that off. It's got stuff in it, it's disgusting. So what I do here, get the chicken on the breast. As I said, I'm going to cut the breast out with my trusty Sabatier kitchen shears. I'm going to cut away. Can you see? I don't know if I can. I'm going to have to, literally, this just makes light work of cutting up a chicken. So I cut near the edge where near the joints of the leg are, and just cut above them until I get to the bone, and I start cutting. This scissors is wonderful. It just cuts right through. See, cut away. Trying to see if I'm. What you can do is when you get to about here, you can lay. Excuse me. You can lay the chicken like flat, and then do this, and and then snap the bone. Like that, as you can see, you should be able to see the bone will snap away, and then you can cut at that joint right here with this scissors. Now, if you've got a knife, you can use a knife. It's just that I like to use scissors. I think it's easier. Again, cutting at the joint where that bone is. There we go. You might just have to help it through. And that's the breast. I actually had a bit of the breast. It's a big old breast here. So, but I'll use these pieces. That would be nice to have on stew chicken. I've got another, put this in there. And what I'll do with that is this was fresh, I will put that breast in the freezer and cook it another time. And so I'm just going to cook what's left. So what I'm going to do now is cut away any fat, any excess, the skin that I don't want. I'm going to cut the wing tips off. Don't want them. Again, all these tips, the neck, you can save it, put it in the freezer for another time. Now here we get, you know, to make your chicken stock. Chicken stock. Here you can see there's a bit of a bone here. You just, wherever there's a joint, you can see where it's, I already cut it, so, and you can just bend to feel where it is. I'm going to take this piece off right here, and then I'm left with this wing, and you just find your way and cut around it. Sometimes giving it a snap first helps if you're not sure. There you go. And I'm going to leave this like that because it's stewed chicken, so I want some decent sized pieces. You could split it if you want to, but because it's stewed, this will cook quite quickly, so that having the whole wing together is fine. Same thing here. There we go. There's a little fleshy part here. I'm just going to leave that piece on. I will take the skin off of the chicken, except the wing. I leave the skin on the wing. What's my name? I don't have time to be taking off skin off the wing. And here first, I'll cut them off first. I'll cut it up first, and then I'll take the skin off. It's easier. Here, there's a joint around here. You should be able to feel it. Now if you take the leg, put your hand on the rest of the chicken, what's left, and the leg here, and then you can crack it. Then you can feel where you've cracked the bone, and then cut away that way. Go. Same again. One leg on one hand, the rest of the chicken in the other. Snap. See where you've snapped it, where you can start to cut. It will soon be clear to you how the joint. See, as I cut under here, you can see where there you go. And you just cut it away. This is a reason why I like to clean my chicken, because I do not like this stuff. Ew. So I gently remove it, pushing my hand in here to get all this stuff out. And I will rinse off this cut up chicken once I've done, to get rid of anything that's left behind. But you see, I like to take this out. I know some people do not put any work into cleaning up their chicken. It's fine by me. That's what you want to do, but I must. I've got to do this. It's important to me. So again, there's lots of ways to cut this up, but I'm going to cut across here, and then I think I'm going to cut, I'm not sure. Let me see. So I'm going to, again, just take it here, and I'm going to snap it. And wherever you snap, cut along, just makes it easier. Like that. Here there's a bone. You might be able to cut this into 4. So there's a bone along here. You can cut to one side of the bone. You can crack it. It's totally up to you. See, I crack it, gives me a guide as to where I can cut it. Makes it really, really simple. And again, this is a big piece. There's a bone here. There's a joint here. And you can just feel, you can't see them. If you feel the chicken, you should be able to understand where that joint is. I bent it. You didn't hear it this time. And what I'll do is I'll cut the meat around that. So there's meat on both, and a decent amount of meat on both pieces of, both pieces. It's just a bit, but it's good. And that will be so tasty. The bone in a chicken, the piece of this here will provide flavor as well. So I'm keeping that. I'm not going to discard it again. Just bend it, see where that bone sticks up. That's where I'm going to cut around, and this is the thigh, so I'm going to cut here. And then here, and finish off. These are my pieces of chicken. So what I'm going to do now is take this skin off, and I have a nice proven way of doing it. It's a bit slippery, so I use some kitchen towel. I've got a couple pieces of kitchen towel. This was that small piece I had. See that skin? Just pulls away. With kitchen towel, it just pulls away. Makes it easy. And now I put the skin with the rest of the stuff. This was the chicken leg I pulled the skin off before. It's kind of attached to it. You can cut it, but with kitchen towel, I can just pull it. It just comes right off. You get rid of all the oddities around the chicken leg. I don't have to start sawing away to get things off. Here I have another piece. Just grab it with a kitchen towel, pull it off. And if there's any fat that you see you don't like the look of, this is the time you can, with a pair of scissors, it's really easy. I can just cut away at it, get rid of that fat. You know, some fat's good. You know, it has flavour. So here we go. I'll just keep doing this. I'm going to clean up here, wash the chicken, and come back to show you how I season it. Sometimes there's some hairs. Can you see? Hairs. I don't like them. So I will burn those suckers off. I haven't got time for hairs on my chicken. See? Boom. Gone. Right? They're gone? Don't let me find them. I will burn those off. This is going to be the main ingredient. Diverse Dinners. Here we go. You see it? Diverse Dinners Caribbean curry seasoning. She's delightful. She is potent. She does her job. A little goes a long way. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. I use half. Sprinkle half on the top. Then gets right up your nose. And then the rest on top. And I'm going to need some salt. I've got these cute little, have I shown you this? This is my salt cellar, my salt container. I got it from Amazon. It's a set of 2. I use them for salt and pepper. You can use them for, and they've got these little insets that it sits in so they don't move around. I really like this. I'll pop a link in the description box just in case you're looking for salt and pepper containers. So where was I? I was going to put a teaspoon of salt in here. I'm using my measure rather than the spoon that's in there. That's my everyday use spoon, but when I'm doing a recipe, trying to share with you guys, I cannot toss with one hand yet. I'm going to have to learn. Oh, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I started to misquote the measurements, but I caught myself. 1 tablespoon of Diverse Dinners Caribbean curry seasoning. It's 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Let's see if I can do the toss. Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon. Just a 1/4 teaspoon of ground allspice to give it that familiar Caribbean flavour. I've got to stop tapping. That familiar Caribbean flavour. That's it. I have some coconut milk. I'm going to use that in cooking. And maybe 1 or 2 ingredients, some herbs. I'll add that when I'm cooking. So for now, toss this nicely. Swish it around the bowl. You got this. Wonderful. Are we ready? Are we excited? I am. Sorry. I think I'm losing it. Oh dear. Right. I'm going to leave this. Ideally leave it for 30 minutes. This thing is awesome. My maiden saute pan. She is so good. I like her a lot. Glad that they're around. They're pretty expensive. It's over $100 for that pan, but it's a very, very nice pan. deglaze the pan with the chicken stock, getting all the bits at the bottom of the pan up. This is where all the tasty goodness is. This is the time you make sure that your flavors are all melding together nicely. Give it a taste. If needed, add whatever is lacking. I added another 2 teaspoons of Caribbean curry seasoning. I almost forgot to add my Scotch bonnet pepper. Isn't she cute? It's frozen, by the way. I keep them frozen so they don't rot in the fridge. Allow the chicken to stew on a medium heat until the flavors have all melded together. Try to avoid bursting that Scotch bonnet pepper unless you really like your curry chicken nice and spicy, because Scotch bonnet pepper is very spicy. So here we have it. Isn't that delicious looking? So what I'm going to do is plate it up. I'm going to put in it 1 leg. Ooh, stay still. Piece of thigh. This is for him. This is for him. It's not for me. It's for him. And what else shall I give him? 1 leg, piece of thigh. And this bit here. Go. I'm gonna just pour over. The sauce, which is truly delicious. I'm gonna give it a quick try. It's very nice. I might put some tomato and avocado salad on this as well. But here we go. Some coconut curry chicken, the way I like it made. Caribbean flavors on a bit of rice.